Hello, leaders. Welcome to Digital Mandate brought to you by Tech Disruptor Media, a platform where we spotlight visionary leaders shaping the future of business and technology. I am your host, Aishwarya Saxena, and today we are joined by Mr. Sumit Duttagupta, Group CIO at Haldia Petrochemicals Limited, a senior technology leader with nearly 3 decades of experience in large manufacturing groups driving enterprise wide digital transformation. Thank you, Mr. Sumit, for joining us today.
Thank you.
So, my first question to you is what are the core pillars of your digital transformation strategy at Haldia Petrochemicals, and how do you prioritize technology initiatives for business impact?
See, before I start, what are the core pillars? Uh, Let me set the context. As far as digital transformation is concerned, we have a vision statement. It's basically to shift, the business decisions from reactive to proactive, ideally to predictive, and then to an automated prospective solution. So basically, uh, based on this vision statement, we are working on with our digital transformation in building a very, people centric, I would say, analytics platform which will be trusted, by the people and our users, which will be agile and we'll have an innovative ecosystem because since now AI and ML with GenAI coming into the picture, so a lot of business decisions which are proactive and predictive in nature and reducing the reactive outcomes, and that is the basis of the strategy or the foundation which we are trying to get our processes digitized, and this is a focus which we have been doing not only through integration but by inducing a collaborative digital platform, to provide all our employees a cutting edge and tailored tools through which they will be able to do their daily work day in day out in a very simple and an agile way.
So, with your wide experience in the industry, what have been your biggest challenges integrating plant and business data for real time insights? And how do you overcome legacy system barriers in large scale industrial settings?
Yeah. See, we are a process industry, and for us, the near real time data is paramount important, because the analytics are primarily more near real time rather than post facto, So, when we started up our digital transformation, we had a lot of legacy systems, but yes, there were not so much of a legacy that the outputs could not be integrated. So what we have done is that the primary operations for our plant runs on DCS. So we brought in the DCS process data and the equipment data into our historian through a very, I would say, IT OT strong security framework, both physical and on the softer side of it. And this was basically keeping in mind that nobody should be able to get into the DCS for any sort of an write back, So it was only a read only uh, pull to our historian. And from the historian, people were, allowed to take the data for any sort of an analytics. So what we followed was an ISA 95 guideline, and which is from the sensor to the boardroom. So it was layer zero where there were smart sensors, there were IoT devices, and then going above, we had layer two where we integrated the DCS and the historian. And in layer three, we basically automated a lot of our MES solutions like logbook, permits, or alarms. So everything was rationalized in that way. And then we had ERP. We presently run on SAP S/4HANA. And then on top of it, the AI-based platform, which in our case is the MCube AI platform, which we use to derive our predictive analytics and do a lot of modeling, real-time optimization for our plant. So it was a bottoms-up approach from strengthening the data integrity and to see that the IT and the OT layer are merging together, but in a very secured environment.
So, can you share some practices for effective OT IT convergence and securing data integration in complex chemical manufacturing environment?
See, you have to understand very clearly that in chemical or a process industry, you need to ensure that your data at the OT layer is paramount importance. That needs to be protected. You cannot just allow the process data under any circumstances by assessed by an external stakeholders directly from DCS. No way. Sensor data also, which is to be exposed to the outer world, has to have an edge computing device on the premises. It can't be, subjected to an cloud platform directly. So that is also, I would say, in the compliance point of view, is not allowed. So what we have done is that even if to augment our old machine, we need to deploy some IoT devices. We ensure that the data goes through the edge computing device and then goes to our historian. Nothing goes directly to the cloud service providers. Similarly, all our DCS, panel data, wherever it is always coming to our historian. And it is only a read only data, no write back. So the best part of the integration is that you have to make it very simple, but make it very robust. So what we did was both software and a hardware, gateways have been done. So when we say hardware gateways, we deployed a lot of additional servers, ESVT servers, and through open source parameters on the software side. We also strengthened our security. It was a multi-layered security, so that even if there is a breach, we are able to take care at some point of time.
So, what cultural or talent strategies have you adopted to foster collaboration and inclusivity between legacy experts and new technology hire as you scale AI initiatives?
See, we always had a people-centric approach as we started from the very beginning, So we never, got into some sort of a technology, going in the upper side rather than the people who are supposed to run those technology and use it. That was our focus. So what we did was we had within the company, every month a digital day where we used to focus on new technologies. Then we also, introduced, very, very specific courses on AI, ML, and analytics also, so that people understand like how the data needs to be utilized. And the third part is that even the solutions which were deployed, we trained our people to do a lot of analysis on the data which is coming in the cross-functional view. And then when we move from ECC to S4 HANA, we not only migrated just for the migration, we also ensured that we have a lot of analytics and the visibility through Fiori apps, which we opened up to our business stakeholders. So it was both of a sort of an understanding and grooming up our people to understand what this cross-functional data will mean for you as a person to ensure that your roles are more benefited through this analytics, and you have more time to see through your actions and see what best can be done in your role and position. So one way we empowered our users with this data and ensure that they are using the data in the right way, and that is what a digital transformation is all about. Because unless you don't empower these users to use the data and then definitely use it for their roles, which ultimately will lead to the business benefit overall.
So, from your experience leading transformation programs across multiple industries, what lessons stand out for maximizing IT investments and enabling synergy across business functions?
See, technology investments definitely create significant value. That is no thought of it. And then when you start automating the low hanging fruits and see that the data is seamlessly available across the spectrum, then people try to find what was unknown for them, because they were only seeing that limited silo data which was there within them. So when they were able to merge their part of the functional data with other functional data, then some unknown insights were coming in. So that is helping the business growth and business efficiency, I would say. And then what is that, when you have a people focused place, then it gives a result and the value, because they feel ki, yes, we are getting empowered. Now another is that the technology, as we know, is changing fast. So what you started about 4 years back may not be relevant now. So one is a bit of a good change management, which you need to do, train and retrain people to ensure those, the new technologies are imbibed by the people. And also internally, you have to train your own IT, folks, so that they also understand what new is coming, how it's going to benefit the business. So it's not about only IT, it's all about the transformation is business centric, and that is more important. So and unless you don't do this transformation with the business in the focus, it will be very difficult to get an ROI just on a technology intervention. So the ideal outcome is, you focus on the business, see where the business needs your help as a technology leader, and insist on some sort of an ROI as you go ahead. And in today's environment, technology interventions also requires some pilots, some proof of concept, and you should ensure that you have a early success on those pilots and POCs, so that those implementations are then there on ground, and that will help the business in the long term. So that's very essential.
Thanks for sharing your insight. That's it for today. Stay tuned for more episodes.